Enjoy this Beauty for Ashes clip.
Because I was like, how could there be a God with all of these horrible things that happened to me? Like,
Wow.
really very abusive on both sides, and both sides of my family, which can even continued into adulthood. There's some stuff that happened, and just a lot of stuff. And but God is so faithful. And so I was in high school, and there was this girl I went to high school with, and she didn't really like me. We had a disagreement about a boy, and her family had been saved out of Hinduism a few years before. And God kept speaking to her to invite me to church. And she argued with God, finally brought me to church. And again, I'm an atheist, and they're trying to convince me there is a God. And they were just so loving. And I went with the youth group on Halloween night when I was about 17, and we were at a Christian concert, and they gave an altar call, and I went up there and I accepted the Lord, and everybody was so excited. I had no idea what I was doing. And I mean, I think it's pretty significant. I was saved on Halloween.
He knows. Is there a particular way the Lord speaks to you the most, or is it varied?
It's just crazy. Like one of the stories I was going to share were about this miracle that happened with one of my colleagues. So I worked in the inner city for over 20 years, first as a teacher and now as a librarian. And one of my colleagues I became close to was sharing with me that she really wanted to get pregnant. And so I just asked her if I could pray for her. And I just started praying for her. So this is what I said to her. I said, I feel like if you wait until Christmas break, you will be pregnant, and you can save that money for your maternity leave. Because I knew she'd been waiting to get pregnant for so long, she wanted to take a year off to be with the baby. And I said, take it with a grain of salt, because I was like, I don't know if I'm hearing from God. And so she says, well, let me talk to my husband and whatever. And so they decided to wait. And so I didn't really hear much more of it. And I, continued to pray for her and all of that. So in January, and she's, very, quiet, private person. So in January, she comes into my office and she says, I'm pregnant. And she got pregnant, I think December 8th or something. And I'm halfway through my walk and I start smelling smoke. And I'm like, what is that? And I look down in my path on the sidewalk in front of me. There is a book burning in my path. And I'll give you guys information from my website later, because I have pictures of all of this, the babies, the book, everything. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was open to the middle, and the pages were curled like roses. And there's a lot of significance about that. And
wow,
there's been several times I've even smelled flowers spontaneously. And now I know that's the Holy Spirit, because I'm like, I'm not around any flowers right now. And there were many times I even smelled smoke for many months after that.
Wow.
But what is so cool about this is God knew that I was going to be at that place at that time. And I was looking around like, is this a New Year's thing? Like, I have never in my life seen a burning book. And
it was just one book, just in the middle of
the right where I walked. The fact that it would be a book is so specific. And I'd had several visions and dreams in the past couple of years previous to this of he's taking away the old, he's bringing in the new.
For more great content, go to beautyforashes.tv.